Hello, and welcome to You Got It. We create lists based upon years of amazing footage from the hit show You Asked For It. Today's list, the topic, inventions. Okay? Since the beginning of time, everyone's been trying to make something, whether it's the wheel, whether it's fire, whether it's a printing press. Okay? Everyone has an invention in mind, including these wacky people. Check it out. Here's number 5 on the list of inventions. Now, mind you, this took place in the 50s, which was already kind of a daffy time in its own right.
How'd you ever get started in this goofy gadget racket?
Well, Mr. Baker, I used to do some commercials on radio, and I ran into some very weird products that gave me nightmares. So I decided to bring some of these nightmares to life.
Could we see some samples in this Madhouse Museum?
Oh, yes, indeed. I'll show you one right here. For example, this is a portable garbage disposal unit. Most garbage disposal units are stationary. They're permanent. They're fixed right direct to the sink. This portable garbage disposal unit can be moved to any place at the house at a convenient window side, no matter how the wind blows. So all you do after you hook it up to the window is immediately break out both top panes of the glass. Right away, you've got air conditioning through the entire home. But then you take your garbage or refuse, place it here in this tin that's allotted for that purpose, right over here. Just release a catch right here at the base, and the garbage immediately is thrown out the window over into the neighbor's front or backyard. Now, Mr. Baker, I'd like to show you something else. This is rather a dangerous operation, so I must use my helmet for this. This is called an automatic fish reeler inner. There's two ways of fishing. It's hard work, and then there's fun. It's fun when you throw the fishing line out because you're fishing downhill. Pulling that fish in, it's uphill, and it's a lot of work. Now, this is where this automatic fish reeler inner comes in. The YAFI alarm clock waker upper does away with all the jangle and alarm clock. It's worked on the premise using the sun's rays coming through a magnified window in the east, detonating a firecracker right up here, releasing the pendulum here, coming down here, striking the balloon here, which tells you about you're about to get up, knocking the ping pong ball ceilingward, tripping a very fine precision piece of equipment right here, what we call a relay, coming over here and tripping again some flash powder, something new that we discovered, so that you can see what the weather is in event that you're up, which you will be, and then, of course, motivating and activating the entire overall happy alarm clock waker upper.
Inventors. Am I right? Some of them seem pretty good, you know? Those wacky and goofy inventions from the 50s. What a time. A little bit of reefer madness. Good luck getting those patents. Number 4 on the list of inventions is the boat that serves as a helicopter. A boat copter. A hella boat. A helot. You know, when one thinks of boats, they usually think of Jaws. They don't think of helicopters. But here it is, number 4. Boat copter.
Today, millions of people are denied the pleasures of flying as a sport because the airports are just too crowded. That's why I looked for a new way to help would-be pilots enjoy the sensations of flying. Knowing that millions of people enjoyed boating as a sport, I knew the answer was in building a boat that could fly like a helicopter.
Those are the words of the man you're now meeting, Igor Benson, inventor of a unique rotosail kit that actually allows enthusiasts to fly by boat. Now, because Johnny Covert Jr. of Stockton, California asked for it, we go to watch an ordinary sailing craft converted into a flying wonder. The secret is this king-size beanie, 10-foot plywood roto blade attached very easily atop the short mast. Now, as you see, those roto blades are not powered. They work like an autogyro. The forward motion starts the blade spinning, and that's all it takes to lift the boat off the water. Now, these handlebars maneuver the machine up or down. A little assist, and the roto blades start spinning. The towboat is powered by an outboard motor. Okay, let's get moving. Now, how could a thing like that actually fly? Well, here's our answer. Right off the water and into the air. An airspeed of 20 miles an hour gives it the necessary lift.
Man, I would hate to be a water skier. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you were water skiing or parasailing and you had no idea that the boat that you were holding on to being pulled by would eventually become a helicopter? Imagine you just want to water ski or parasail, and without knowing it, the boat that you are pulling or holding on to is, in fact, a boat copter and can take off anytime. Now, our number 3 on the list of inventions is really quite adorable if you're into droid pets. Meet R4. R4 is an adorable robot dog. You don't have to take it for a walk. You take it for clunk, clunk, clunk. And they're very easy to maintain and watch after. And they're very loyal. And they're robots. They're dogs. R4 is a robot dog. So here's number 3 on the list of inventions. Definitely something everyone needs. R4, the robot dog.
Meet the perfect dog. He's obedient, loyal, easy to train, and cheap to feed. In fact, a few squirts of oil on the right parts keeps this mechanical mutt moving for almost a year. His name is R4, pronounced Arfur, and Steve built him out of odds and ends around the house. It wasn't quite as easy as going out and buying a real dog, but then anyone can own a real dog. Now, taking a dog for a walk is hardly unusual, but somehow Arfur always manages to draw a crowd. His body is 2 saucepans, his head is a soda siphon, his tail is a lemon squeezer, and his legs are vacuum cleaner parts. He's a real recycled pet. The whole contraption is driven by a small electric motor and a 12-volt motorcycle battery. Steve supplies Arfur's brain power through remotely operated radio controls. It took Steve almost 9 months of tinkering to build Arfur into the dog he is today. Arfur does everything a real dog does, even stopping at park benches. But he is housebroken, which is more than you can say for most dogs. As a matter of fact, most dogs don't know quite what to make of Arfur. Well, dogs aren't easy to impress, even for robots. But we've been impressed by Steve Brooks and Arfur because...
No need for a collar, no need for dog food. You have loyalty in an artificial pet. I mean, they could have come up with an electric pooper scooper. Number 2 in inventions is kind of an invention from nature itself. We are about to see and listen to this amazing cave rock, which creates beautifully haunting music. So again, it's nature's invention, not really, I don't think we have hold any. Anyways, it's number 2 on our list of inventions.
Literally music out of this earth. We're deep in the famous caverns of Luray, Virginia, in answer to a request from Edwin T. McGuire of Cincinnati, Ohio, to see one of the strangest organs in the world and learn how it was built. The music we hear is coming from the stalactites that hang from the vaulted ceiling of this ancient cavern.
Welcome to the beautiful caverns of Luray in Luray, Virginia, and particularly to the great stalactite organ, which is located in this great cathedral-like structure, which is 260 feet below the surface. Okay, Grafton, turn on the tuner. After the tuning has been completed, we design a custom-built bracket to which we attach an electrically operated plunger. This plunger, with its rubber tip, strikes the stalactite, causing it to vibrate. We're quite proud of this console. It has 4 keyboards, and couplers, and a pedal board. This great stalactite organ is the largest instrument in the world, and presently should occupy 2 to 3 acres. As a matter of fact, there is no reason why we cannot bring music from the whole 64 acres of the Luray Caverns of Virginia.
Cave rock music right here on You Got It Radio. Coming up next, Underwater Baroque. I gotta tell you, the great thing about cave rock music is it's classic rock. I think the hardest part about the cave rock music scene is, the prices for the tickets to see these shows are just really a lot of money. You have to shell out a lot of stones. And our number one on the list of inventions is another robot. A-Rock, A-R-O-K, is a robot housekeeper. Like R4, the robot dog we saw earlier on this list, the great thing is you don't have to feed A-Rock. You can just, this housekeeper is not going to poop. This housekeeper is so low maintenance, you don't have to pay it. You got to be careful sometimes with these artificial intelligence robots, especially because they can just go nuts and bolts.
I think you'll agree that A-Rock is amazingly lifelike in a button. There also is a disappearing bed. Disguised toilet. Here's the perfect invention for bed, although he's still acquainting himself with certain fixtures, such as this wall. Ways, by a pre-recorded cassette program or by a remote.
I am coming out to pick up the mail, one of my daily chores.
A robot that picks up the mail? Now this we have to see. By the way, A-Rock functions through what is known as an analog system, a system of tones that dictates and controls every one. He's a brilliant example of electronic workmanship. And besides,
and I thought those robot vacuum cleaners were cool, just rolling around the room with my cat on top, bumping into walls and picking up all the stuff. But I guess I was wrong. That robot housekeeper, wow. I mean, maybe you could train it to be a nanny? What happens if we run out of batteries? Oh, a good housekeeper? Absolutely. We could definitely recommend 15X11 because she does a terrific job. Let me tell you, our dishes have never looked shinier or better. A friend asked me recently for the name of a good housekeeper, and I referred him to 1X11 580 because she really does a fantastic job, and our dishes and floors have never looked better. So that's it. That's our list of amazing inventions over time. And we thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share it with your friends. Share it all over the place because, trust me, you won't see lists like this.